Mike Kavanaugh with Hero News, and I'm here with Frankie James Grande. How are you?
I'm so good. Thank you so much for having me.
You are a Broadway hero for November, our fall November, so welcome.
Thank you so much. I'm very honored to be here.
We are so happy to have you here because you do so much for charity. I want to get into that in a minute. But first, where are you from?
Originally I'm from Englewood, New Jersey, represent other side of the Hudson, and then I moved to Boca Raton, Florida, when I was 10 years old.
And you came to New York when?
I came to New York right after college. I went to college in Muhlenberg in Allentown, Pennsylvania.
And you studied?
I was a triple major: biology, theater, and dance.
Okay, so we hate people like that are this cute and this smart, but yeah, triple threat biology. So you swam with the fish?
I did actually. I did. I was a marine biology emphasis, so I studied like algae and anemone and swam with otters and things.
But then you knew you could dance and sing, so you came to New York and you got your first Broadway show. How?
I actually got my first Broadway show from auditioning at an equity chorus call, so it does happen for those of you out there. I booked Mamma Mia on Broadway after my third audition and a chorus call, and there was, I don't know, like a couple hundred guys there, and I got all the way through to the end, and then I got the phone call. It was like, "You're going to Broadway." I was like, "That's crazy."
Yeah, and how did you feel when you got on Broadway? Like
It was
jumping up and down?
Yeah, it was an amazing experience.
Did you get drunk?
I was with my family and we cracked a bottle of champagne, so we did. I was actually, my family had come to New York to visit me, and we were staying in a hotel room when I got the phone call. So it was me, my mom, and my sister, and she was like, "Order up the champagne!" So it was really fun.
That's amazing. So, it's a lot of our Broadway heroes. This is what happens. You get your first Broadway show right away. So you're a young guy. Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
But you've done so much in your young age, and you've also done some producing. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, sure, absolutely. After I left Mamma Mia, which was kind of inspired by my work with Broadway in South Africa, which I'm sure we'll get to later, but I then decided that I would start producing Broadway shows because basically one of my friends from high school asked me if I would be his producing partner, and I was like, "That sounds like a great idea." And he was like, "Would you like to produce Jude Law's Hamlet?" And I was like, "Absolutely, I would love to." So that's basically what happened, and then I called up some of my rich Boca friends and raised some money and put it into theater, and it was a great experience, and I loved it mostly because I got to treat actors the way that I felt actors should be treated by a producer.
I hear a lot about that, and it's really good that some actors become producers because they know all the ins and outs and how people should be treated. I think you're right. And you've met some of my heroes from Absolutely Fabulous. Tell us about that.
After Hamlet, I produced La Bette, which was starring Joanna Lumley, who, as we all know, is Patsy in Absolutely Fabulous, and she was a doll, and she's a huge charity woman as well, and love her for that. But she was incredible in the show, incredible backstage, and just a lovely presence. And of course, I got to meet Jennifer Saunders when Jennifer came to see Joanna in the show, and just it was an amazing moment for me.
Okay, now talking about Broadway in South Africa, your charity, you started this when?
Yeah, I started Broadway in South Africa, I believe, 5 years ago, and it was me, Sean Bradford, Adam Cantor, and Jen Bender, who were the original founders that are still leading the organization. And it's a charity. We take an arts education empowerment curriculum that we designed, and we head into the townships of South Africa, and we bring hope via singing, dance, music, acting, playwriting to children that have none. And it's been extremely effective, and we're seeing the programming really changing their lives and really saving lives. Like, I can actually say from this past trip that I saved a life. Like, I actually prevented someone from committing suicide because of the work I do with Broadway in South Africa.
Okay, that just brought a tear to my eye, I think. So listen, this is an amazing organization, and how do we get involved? Do you have a website?
Yes, we do. www.broadwayinsouthaafrica.org. And it is, you can check our website for our upcoming events, and also our Twitter. We're at Broadway S Africa. And we can donate online. You can check out our events that you could volunteer at, and any help that you could give us would be greatly appreciated.
Okay, so definitely we're going to put a link on there under organizations that make a difference. So please check that out on HERONEWS.org. Click on it, make a huge donation. It's tax time. It's tax deductible.
Yeah.
Why give it to the government? Because
Give us your money.
yes, give the arts the money and give Broadway in South Africa the chance to do what they're doing, which is absolutely amazing work. Congratulations on that.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
So, Frankie, you are a Broadway Beauty Pageant winner.
I am the first, the inaugural. In fact, I am Mr. Broadway. I won before they were sued and had to change the name.
They had to change the name?
Yes, because there was a Broadway producer who calls himself Mr. Broadway, and he has a website, MrBroadway.com, and they sued the Broadway Beauty Pageant, so they couldn't call it Mr. Broadway anymore. But I'm still Mr. Broadway.
So what do they call it now?
The Broadway Beauty Pageant, or Broadway Beauty Pageant winner.
Shame on you.
Yeah, seriously. I won't name names, but you can figure it out if you put in MrBroadway.com.
So what was it like getting that tiara?
Oh my God, it was the coolest experience. What a great, crazy night. So I was like, do you want to be part of a beauty pageant for male chorus boys on Broadway? And I was like, sure. And it was so funny because like I had just joined Mamma Mia, so all of a sudden I'm like representing Mamma Mia. It was like very strange, but I like asked the rest of the cast. I was like, does anyone care if I do this? And they're like, no. I mean, no one else would do it, so have fun. And like people were like, didn't really think like it was gonna be a big deal or whatever. And I worked really hard on my talent. I had the costume designer Mamma Mia make me a loincloth, very, 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 very small loincloth, and I performed "You're the One That I Want." Auditioning to be the next Danny and Sandy in Greece as Smeagol Gollum from Lord of the Rings.
Brilliant.
As I performed it as a schizophrenic lunatic, Danny and Sandy, Smeagol Gollum in a very small loincloth. And it got me the crown.
All right. Well, there's nothing I like better than a little bit of glitter on your head, right?
Yes, there was definitely a lot of glitter involved.
And you know what I love about you is you're involved every single year.
I love it. I love the charity. I love the organization, and I love going back and representing, because I do think that it is a wonderful thing. Like, why shouldn't there be a beauty pageant for men, especially when we have gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous men on Broadway? There should be more.
And it does benefit the California Center, which is an amazing charity as well.
Yep, a shelter for gay teen youths that come to New York and just don't have any place to go. So it's really important that they do have a place to go.
To be the Mr. Broadway, though I never thought I'd be the crowns that I was craving. Should I sing or dance or act? But in the end, I chose the ravings of a schizo psychopath.
All right, Frankie, so what's quirky about you?
Oh my God, everything. I'm a very quirky person.
Name one thing on the top of your list.
I mean, I do ridiculous character voices just all the time.
Give us one and tell us who it is.
Okay, this is Jar Jar Binks from Star Wars. Mr. Jar Jar Binks, Mr. Just a humble servant.
That's pretty amazing. Oh my God.
Especially since the new Star Wars is coming out now. The Disney bought the franchise from George Lucas. They're doing 9 more movies.
What? This is news to me. Yes. Oh my God.
Yes, Disney bought the Star Wars franchise from George Lucas for like $6 billion, I think, and they're gonna do 3 more movies right away, after with Luke, Leia, and Han. Okay. I'm dying. Like, I'm a huge sci-fi fantasy freak.
Oh my God. Okay, so that's another thing that I love about you, because I have the Luke Skywalker 16-inch doll in its original box.
And you have a droid ringtone on your cell phone. I heard it.
Yes. Okay. I am kind of a geek. Okay. Yeah. Okay, I thought this was about you.
No, yeah. Literally, I was like, R2? I got so excited. I love Star Wars.
Are you single?
I am. Single, sexy, and free.
Okay, boys, now here's the thing. If you want to find out about this man, then you can email me, and perhaps I'll set up a date, depending, send pictures. But first, send gifts.
Yes.
Okay, send gifts,
Absolutely.
and then I might be able to arrange an interview for you. I will pre-screen for Frankie. I'll find out what he wants. So another thing is, you're ridiculous with charities, and I love that about you, but you've done Broadway Bears. Why is that organization so important to you?
I mean, Broadway Bears is a wonderful charity and an organization because, it helps people in need, and I think that it is wonderful what they do for so many different causes. Like, they give money to specifically to HIV and AIDS, but also to women suffering from breast cancer and from all sorts of different things, and domestic abuse. And I like that, and I also like that it is a Broadway-based charity, and I love how much the community supports it.
And I think you love taking your clothes off.
I love to take my clothes off. I love Broadway Bears. I mean, as much as the charity is, the forefront, it is really fun to dance around on stage covered in glitter, naked, with 300 of the most beautiful people you'll ever see in your life.
Exactly. And how do you feel about people putting dollars every which where?
I didn't actually think about it when I went into the competition.
Surprise!
Like I was like, I'm wearing a jock strap. I was like, that's perfectly fine. Then I was like, oh, there's fingers and all sorts of things going in places that I wasn't intending. But you know what? It was fine. I enjoyed it, and I wore a jock strap again the next year. So there you go.
Okay, well, if you want to do a fondle, I expect a 10 or a 20, right?
Hundreds. Come on, people. It's for charity.
Okay, Frankie, now is my favorite part of the interview. This is the either or, so please answer as quickly as you can and honestly, okay?
Okay.
Ready?
Yes.
Okay. Brains or beauty?
Brains.
Older men or younger men?
Younger.
Broadway show or lying on the beach?
Broadway show.
Adventure or relaxing on a beach?
Adventure.
Grinder or video games?
Video games.
Speedos or trunks?
Speedos.
Summer or winter?
Summer.
Sports or theater?
Theater.
Blonde or brunette?
Blonde.
GQ or Vogue?
G Vogue.
Lights out or in the dark for sex?
Lights on.
Right. Beer or cocktail?
Cocktail.
Naked or PJs in bed?
Naked.
Yes.
Yeah.
They should all be naked, and if you look like him, you should be naked all the time. Frankie, as you know, we're a site for newly diagnosed and people living with HIV. Do you have a message out there about people that have the disease and how they should just keep their hopes up and live their lives to the fullest?
Absolutely. It is still a crisis that we're still living in, but it's also something that if you do get the right help and you do get the right treatment, you can live a full, happy, and wonderful life. So keep your hopes up. Go seek medical attention, and if you get the proper attention, you will live a happy, beautiful, wonderful life. So do keep it up. Keep up your hopes, keep up your hearts, and get out there. Live.
And if you don't have the disease, please get tested with your partner together. It only takes a second. You can actually get a home test now and avoid any kind of thing now. So it's really amazing.
That's amazing.
So, our slogan is condoms are hot. Do you think condoms are hot?
Condoms are so hot.
Okay.
Wrap it up. Wrap it up.
Wrap it up, people. So listen, if you know anyone who's been newly diagnosed, please direct them to HIVhero.org or HERONEWS.org. We have plenty of information that can help you get through this terrible, terrible situation and put your spirits back where they should be.
Yep.
So, Frankie, you are a multimedia guy, and I heard you just launched a YouTube channel. Can you tell us about it?
Yes, I did. It's my third week. It's Frankie J. Grande on YouTube is the name of the channel. And I have videos that I do every week, every Friday, Frankie Friday. And we have a slogan, which is Go Grande or Go Home. Basically, because that's the way I live my life. Like, my last name is Grande, and nothing about the way I live is small. So I've kind of made like weekly little episodes showing you like glimpses into my life, funny videos. There's one up that's 10 things you may not know about Frankie, and it's just kind of about my life. I have one about how to date, and there'll be a makeup tutorial coming, like all sorts of crazy things that you would see on YouTube. Maybe a cinnamon challenge. I don't know, but it's my channel and it's fun, and you should go check it out.
So listen, Frankie, I want to thank you so much for being our Broadway hero for the month of November. You are our fall Broadway hero going into the winter.
Thank you so much, and it's my favorite season, so I'm very honored to be chosen for this.
So snuggle up with someone warm, have a great, great autumn, and check out this wonderful, wonderful man that does so much for charity. Again, I want to thank you for being here and look forward to hearing more and more about you and everything you do.
I'm Frankie James Grande, and thank you so much for choosing me as Broadway Hero of the Month. This is an incredible organization, and I'm honored to support it. Also, do check out my organization, Broadway in South Africa, which is www.broadwayinsouthafrica.org. And again, thank you for having me. I'm so honored to be Fall Broadway Hero of the Month because fall is my favorite season, so I hope that you guys have a wonderful fall. Snuggle up with someone close and wrap it up.
you.